Structures are data structures that group together values that are logically related, but they're not the same thing and they're probably not the same type. In C, these are called structs. In C, also, the values that are stored together are called members of the struct. So here's the general form of a struct declaration. You have the word struct, then you sometimes have this optional tag. The optional tag is a way of referring to the structure, and we're actually not going to be using it right away. And then in curly braces, you have what are called member declarations, which look exactly like variable declarations. So for every member of the structure, you're giving the name of the member and its type. So that's the general form of a struct declaration. Now in C, you can define your own type, or you can rename an existing type using typedef. So the way it works is you have typedef, and then the existing type, whatever that is, and then your type name, whatever you want to call it. So for example, let's say you don't like the built-in name int. So you could say typedef int, and then whatever you want to call it instead. Maybe you want to call it integer instead. So typedef int integer. So then what you have is another type that you've just created called integer that you can then use to declare variables. So we can use this now to create a type for a struct. So I'm going to organize it slightly differently, but basically we have typedef, and then we have the existing type, which is going to be this entire struct declaration, and then we have what you want to call it instead. So you can take the struct declaration, we have struct, you don't need the optional tag, in curly braces you have all of the member declarations, and you can take that and you can give your own name for that particular structure. So you can create your own type for the structure. So let's take a look at an example of a type definition for a struct. So we have a typedef, this is our struct declaration. So we have struct, and then in curly braces we have two members, number, which is an integer, and code, which is a character. And we're going to call this item t. So item t is the name of our type. We do not have any variables yet, but now we have a type called item t, and we can use that to declare variables. So within the main function, for example, I could use item t to declare a variable called package1. So now package1 is going to be a structure that's going to store two values. We can initialize in the declaration by using curly braces. So the 123 will be the value of the number member, and the G will be the value of the code member. So here what I'm doing is declaring two structure variables of the type item t, package1 and newpack. I'm initializing package1, I am not initializing newpack. So again, the typedef can give us a type, which allows us to then use that type to declare variables. Once we have variables, again, for example, if I've declared these two variables, package1 and newpack, then to refer to the individual members of the structure, I can use the dot operator. So we declared and initialized package1, we did not initialize newpack. So maybe what we want to do first of all is assign all of the values of the members from package1 to newpack, and then selectively change one of the members. So I'm going to use the dot operator to refer to the number member within the newpack structure variable, and I'm going to assign to that 345. So the character code would be G for both of the structure variables, and the first value, the number, is going to change from 123 for package1 to 345 for newpack.